Hey, guess what?
Welcome to possibly the most uncomfortable episode of Benched yet.
Absolutely. So here's what I was talking to you about last time. I'm trying to talk louder because I'm really trying to get over the social anxiety. But I think ever since we've started doing this, I really just stopped caring. I think I've stopped caring about my digital footprint, but also
I don't think you ever cared about that.
my public footprint too. The social anxiety, I've really become an extrovert, and I don't think that I ever expected that ever.
I'm glad I brought you to this
You know,
evolution.
you really warmed me up into it, you know what I'm saying? You really just made me such a goofy, silly person.
There's the good and the bad of it all.
Yeah.
You just saw the bad. Uh-oh, we got an anti-Matt? No.
Yikes. They're gonna make us look like those people.
We kind of are those people in a different way.
It's okay, we're vaccinated.
Yeah.
You know, when people come around, we'll put them back on. We need to start bringing masks for the 3-person stuff. If we have random strangers walk up.
That probably seems like that. We should make our own Benched branded masks.
Benched masks. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We are working on. Merch is in the discussion right now. So
Yeah.
we're thinking about. Relax. Sorry, I'm sounding like
no,
you right
it's okay.
now.
Yeah, honestly, I was about to say it's
the
a
nerves.
self-burn, not really trying to make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're definitely working on merch. Hopefully that should be coming soon.
Mhm.
I just don't know exactly how we're planning on doing it because our whole kind of statement was trying to keep it local and trying to keep it as close to home as possible. And it's really hard to try and do that, especially in our area at the moment. So we're trying to figure that out still, trying to work out the kinks. It'll probably be a while before we actually get some official merch out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. Another thing. We got a new bench.
Yeah, it says, in loving memory of Carolyn Kirkland Webb. She loved the city, this river, and this park. So shouts out to Carolyn.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout out Carolyn.
Yeah.
She put her heart and soul into this bench for us.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
I don't think she actually built the bench.
What?
I think that she just really loved Jacksonville. She was a Jacksonville stan,
I've been fucking lied to.
You've just been fucking lied to. That's so despicable of
So
them.
you're telling me every gravestone I've ever seen, the person who died hasn't built it?
You thought that every gravestone was just an art piece that they made? Yeah, this was really cool. I love the design of it.
So you're telling me every...
the marble was just finished beautifully.
Yeah. Damn. What if
The granite on this one,
So
it's
you're
just
telling me the person who is on that statue / fountain wasn't the one who also built that?
isn't that a statue of a Greek god?
So you're telling me he didn't build that?
So you're telling me you thought there was a dude with wings?
Actually,
I'm
now
gonna
that I
go a
think
step
about it-
further and tell you that dude doesn't even exist. So of course he didn't build it.
Well, that breaks my heart even more because now that I'm actually thinking about it, if he built that himself, he was very humble with his package.
Oh yeah, yeah. He gave himself tiny meat, but he gave himself huge cake. Huge cake. He was
I'm
maybe
saying,
making up
yeah.
for it. You know what I'm saying?
You might want to actually get some B-roll of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get some
Yeah.
B-roll of the absolutely juicy cake that dude has.
Yeah.
Let me take this a step back. Maybe I am talking a little too loud.
Yeah. There are families walking around here.
Yeah,
I
for
know
sure.
We made that joke at Mom's Park, but for real, there's some.
Now we're
actual-
in Memorial Park at Riverside, Jacksonville. It's a beautiful park. I forget what the message behind it is, but it's really nice. Come check it out. It's kind of like Jacksonville's main park. When you think of going to a big park in Jacksonville, it's typically Memorial Park.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's how I see it.
Mhm.
I might be wrong.
A lot of like prom photos and stuff
Yeah.
are taken here.
We had a micro internet celebrity here. Danny Gonzalez gave away a Tesla here. I had just seen that video,
Little
and then when he
C-tier
was
celebrity.
when he was like, "Oh yeah, we found this girl in Jacksonville that wanted a car or like tried to win it and she couldn't afford it, so we're just gonna give it to her instead." And that blew my mind when he was like, "So I was in Jacksonville," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "I've been to this park to take like prom photos, and like I took somebody's wedding photos here one time."
Oh wow.
So like it blew my mind. That was back when I was trying to do photography more seriously, and it just didn't work out.
I remember that phase.
Yeah. Photography was fun, and I do think that it's helped a little bit in terms of like the cinematography for Benched and like some of the intros that we do.
I also think it's been pretty beneficial for this whole thing.
But we definitely have better photographers. Like Jaden, for sure, is like our go-to guy because he's just, beautiful with it.
Yeah.
Delectable.
Yeah. He is beautiful, and
He
his work
really
isn't
is.
bad either.
Yeah. He does a pretty good job. Plus, he's just super hot.
Yeah, for real.
He makes my rosary damp. Just absolutely moist. Yeah, so
I
how
can
I was
hear
talking
your
about
voice fading.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. So how I was talking about like trying to be a little bit more out and open about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That part kind of got thrown out the window because I knew what I was saying was not that funny. So a lot has happened, but a lot hasn't happened in this past
I
week.
feel like your whole mantra is speak now, think later.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to move on. Yeah, I typically cut out things for that reason.
That's not
because I
like
just
that.
think things and I'm like, I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah.
And then after I say it, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to say that again.
It was funny because actually when I was live last night,
This is gonna be the funniest visual. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but just you sitting crisscross on a bench.
I'm just.
This is
you
the
know, it's-
weirdest
I'm-
episode by
I'm
far.
trying to get comfortable,
Yeah, for sure.
We don't have a back thing, so I want to be able to lean forward,
Yeah,
But
definitely.
there's a number of problems and reasons to be nervous right now. My anxiety is like when we initially started, I knew that if we kept it up, this is where it would lead.
Yeah,
But I still was never going to be prepared for it. So
definitely.
this is fun. But
Look at that bird. Sorry, I'm so
that's
ADD.
such a weird shaped bird.
Yeah, he got his neck tucked in.
It's kind of like an almond shape.
It
It
looks
kind of
like a
looks. It's kind of like
football.
the shape of your eye. 'Cause it's
Oh my
just-
god, that actually is so true.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So people made a comment about that on one of our lives, I think, right?
pretty sure they were just like.
I can't remember. Somebody said something about my eyes one time, and I used to get that a
got
lot in
called
middle
Asian.
school. Yeah, I thought that was weird, because like, literally my whole life I've been told that I look high like perpetually, just because my eyes, I guess, kind of like sit low. It's like I can't like super wide eye it, I don't get it. It's confusing. Stop talking about my eyes. I know they're just so beautiful and you guys get lost in them.
Yeah, in his natural state, your eyes are like pretty closed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bird that we're looking at is in that shape, just like kind of flat, kind of
Yeah.
dead.
Mm,
He's licking his lips right now.
I am.
Yeah. But what was I saying? Oh, when I went live last night, damn it, I forgot. You got me sidetracked.
Exactly.
Damn it.
Exactly. You're falling into my trap. So, anyways, last week a lot of stuff happened, but also didn't happen. It was kind of a moderately slow yet busy with bullshit type week. It's like a lot happened, but not a lot of important things happened.
Yeah.
Oh, except for Ukraine. That was a pretty big one.
I love how we make that a running joke. Just like we bring it up.
Oh yeah,
but
Ukraine.
never elaborate because
Yeah,
we
no,
are not the people to talk
We're
about this.
definitely not educated enough to start talking about like socio-political issues. But
Actually, today actually got
today
off,
we're going into it. Deep dive.
no, actually today got off to a pretty good start because you don't play Wordle, right?
I did one day, but I didn't play I don't play every day.
Gotcha. So you get the gist and everything about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got
So-
like 5 chances to guess, and you want to get as quick as possible.
Yeah. So today, oh my god, today I got my first 2-guess Wordle in. And shit was so fire, I fucking jumped out of my bed and started fist pumping because I was so...
Creamy.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
nice.
Today's word was aroma, which I'm okay with spoiling.
Did you
because
start
of the
with
time.
crane?
Crane? No. I try to switch it up every day because otherwise, if you have a strategy, I feel like that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Try to start with something different.
Yeah. So I started with crane. No, I'm kidding. I started with trace.
Okay.
Trace. So I got the R exactly right. I got the A. It was yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like,
Just throw a wild shot out there.
honestly, yeah. But also, like, I thought, well, I know A is in it, so I might as well, like, try to maximize where it might be by putting it in 2 different spots. And then it just happened to work out that way.
That's actually nuts. Especially because you only got it from 2 yellow letters.
Yo, the R was correct, so I at least knew that, but, like...
Mm-hmm. Or a yellow and then a red. Or a yellow and a green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro just
red.
saying- Bro, just saying.
I just be saying colors for real.
Yeah.
I'm actually colorblind.
Yeah, homie is just enamored with stop. With
Yeah, everything is just gray to me.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my fucking highlight of the week. As boring
Okay.
as it is, that's
No, I thought that was pretty nice.
yeah.
I would be excited too.
yeah. Oh, I mean, well, yesterday was Valentine's Day, so how'd that go
It
for
was.
you, my man?
It was pretty good, you know. I'll ask you about yours as well.
Oh, cool. Hopefully, I would hope.
But yeah, me and Megan had originally made plans to go to Build-A-Bear
Cool,
because
yeah.
I had never done that and she hadn't done it since she was a kid. So I was like, all right, cool, you know. I know
That's
they
a
got like
classic.
cool special ones that are like, you know, you got like Animal Crossing ones. I was like, that'd be so tight if I got that. They got like Nintendo, all sorts of other shit. But I went online and I was like, you know, just in case, because we also just put a down payment on a trip for the summer.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like a weekend trip. And I was like, you know what? Like, we just spent a bunch of money. Let me just make sure. Let me do a little check first. And I go to the Build-A-Bear website and I build like the most basic bear you could. I didn't even go with like the cheapest bear that they had. I went with like what the standard bear price was, which was around like $30.
Okay. Yeah.
And then you add on like a bunch of clothes and accessories and all this, and the bear came out to like $80.
Yeah. I've done a few Build-A-Bears.
$80
just for others, and it gets up there sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, Megan, you're gonna need to love this bear with your life if we do Build-A-Bear.
Not very liquid right now.
And she was like, oh, how much is it? Because she was like, I remember it being expensive, but I don't remember how much. And I was like, a bear's probably gonna be like $80. She was like, oh.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, sorry. No, after you. after you.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
I did one with a voice message in it, and it wasn't that much, but like with all the extra stuff added in, it adds up.
Yeah.
But doing the actual voice message to was also pretty like nerve-wracking,
For sure.
which is weird because I did it alone in my room,
Oh.
but I did like multiple takes because I
Yeah, so you
didn't-
just sitting there re-recording and like,
yeah, because it's minimized for like 20 seconds, so I was like, oh, fuck it. I have so much to say, but you know,
yeah.
so yeah, it gets up there.
Especially like a quick message that they can repeat, you know.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, no, I thought it would be cool, and I told Megan about that, and she didn't realize that it was that much too. So she was like, in reality, I just kind of want to go out and do something on Valentine's, because we typically kind of will just like, oh, hey, you want to hang out? Okay, cool, and then we'll get like takeout and then like watch Netflix,
cool.
which after a while is kind of lame, especially because that's literally like all we did in high school. So now that we're like out and we're like adulting and stuff, it's like, no, let's go out and do
You
something
did not
cool.
just
I did just use adulting unironically. You're welcome. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to everybody else,
believe
but you're
that?
welcome.
Can you believe that, ma'am?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But we were like, you know what, we'll go do something else instead. So we went to Topgolf.
Which can also be pretty pricey.
It is, but it's still like if it's $80 per bear and we get 2 bears, that's like 160.
Yeah.
Topgolf, I think I spent about 100.
Cool.
So it was up there, but it was half of what we would have spent at Build-A-Bear basically. But it was really fun because I'm super competitive. She's not so much. So I would go out there and I'm sitting there trying to like, I'm going for like green. I'm going for the blue.
Yeah.
Somebody had stole our like drivers, so I didn't get to like hit super far.
Oh damn.
I was trying to hit like
I
the
fucking
white.
suck at Topgolf.
It's so fun, but I'm not great at it. Like I'm not super accurate or anything.
My swing looks horrible and I miss regardless.
No, me too. I have a bunch of TikToks lined up. Go ahead and follow my personal. It's gonna be Colin the Fry on TikTok. Boo! Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Also follow me. It's me _ Devin C.
It's me _ Devin C. You're that guy with the underscores in the name.
Yeah,
it's just clean and concise. It's Colin the Fry.
Yeah.
2 L's. FRYE.
Because a motherfucker took It's Me Devin C already. So
Yeah.
fuck that guy. Report them so I can have that.
You need to have your name be It's Actually Me Devin C.
No, for real. Like it's Devin
Oh my god,
C.
there's a squirrel just staring at us. Homie, come chill with us.
Oh my god, it's coming closer.
We don't have food for you, but I'm down to chill with homie.
Oh my.
Is he actually walking up to us?
It's approaching me. I think I.
What if he attacks you?
Aw.
Oh, you're gonna see him in the shot. Hey,
Oh, you
cutie.
looked at us.
That's crazy. Want to be on the pod? Oh no, he thinks it's food actually.
Can you actually play it close? I
Yeah.
kind of want to see.
He probably will think it's food.
No, that'd actually be so funny though. If you got like a squirrel nibbling on the mic, the ASMR. That
Hey
would come out
buddy,
of that.
come on. Hey buddy.
Please.
Want to be in the pod?
Do you have
Where did
one?
he go?
Do you? It's over here.
Sorry.
No, that's.
Dang
We
it.
got distracted.
He wasn't gonna join. I thought he'd be our first guest.
We had a we had a moment, you know.
Yeah. I got scared because I didn't want to seem like I'm abusing animals. But
That's a problem you come across regularly.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, no, we did Topgolf. Megan's not super competitive, so it's just kind of me doing it for like 2 hours, and then she's just kind of
There for the.
there to
watch.
watch. Yeah, and I was like, I
If it
felt
makes you happy, just on.
I felt bad because that's what she always says, and I'm like, no, if you didn't want to do it, we should have done something else. It's just like, no, I'm having fun. I'm just not as competitive as you are, and you like to like go crazy with it, and I kind of just like to do my swings and then hang out after,
Participating is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
You like.
So I was like, maybe Topgolf is like a let's go with another couple or like a group of friends type thing, where then we
It does
can be
seem like,
competitive
yeah.
against somebody else, but
It
then be
seems much
talking.
less like an intimate thing and more like a group activity.
Yeah,
So I get that.
she knows that I have fun with it, so I think that's why she mentioned it.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, but after that, we went and got food. She just got her bartending license, which was pretty cool. So, I'm not saying that she made us anything. I'm also not
but if
saying
you
that.
were saying.
If I was saying it, she does know a lot of drinks. So that was pretty cool. That was fun. She was showing me her skills in a non-alcoholic way.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. I don't think I can get in trouble for that, but I'm just going to,
It's already done.
I'm going to be annoying.
What's someone gonna do?
I definitely didn't drink. I got a few months. I got a few months. It's whatever.
Yeah, in fucking jail. God.
Whoa. Yeah, you're literally a criminal. You're actually a criminal. You're disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm actually disgusted
The
with
police
you
are
right
actually tapped in right now.
now. Yeah, this is really going to the FBI.
Yeah, for real.
You've committed the worst crime.
Yeah.
You're actually horrible.
Yeah. You actually murdered your underage liver.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
going to actually get you charged with murder for that.
Get fucked.
Literally. Period.
Anyway, so my Valentine's Day.
So yeah, how
while
was your
Colin
Valentine's?
was committing murderous acts.
To my liver?
Yeah. I was chilling at home watching Netflix, eating leftover pizza,
Mhm.
and not to the fault of my own, but to the credit of my own, because that was a wonderful time.
Okay.
Yeah, solid.
Nice.
I'm so alone.
So I say, who's your Valentine? No, I'm playing. I can be your Valentine. It's already a day afterwards. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late, actually. You're kind of stuck on your own. Sorry.
I could wait
Imagine being alone.
364 days.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I make these jokes knowing that Devin has beaten my ass and could easily do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta mention that all the time, just so that not only I know, I want you to know that I know, and I want you to know that you could easily beat my ass.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
As if I didn't already prove it.
Prove it, but I'm saying you could do it again. Okay, I really need to stop. I have one day with my girlfriend and now I'm acting up.
God. I can only imagine what goes through Megan's head when she watches you do this shit to me.
Oh, for sure. She's used to it with all my other friends too. I do the same thing. Around all my friends. I just it's gonna sound awful. I can't say that out loud. Say I just sexually harass all of my friends, all the homies. That's incriminating evidence.
God. I don't know what it is about you in public that makes you say all these things. Like, these are the things I would usually be hesitant to keep.
I think it's one of those things where it just really helps me take myself out of the situation.
Gotcha.
I'm just saying my thoughts for real, and I'm just ignoring my surroundings entirely.
Cool. That'd be good if what you were saying wasn't absolutely atrocious.
Abysmal, yeah.
Yeah. But,
let's do a quick fit check. So I know that you got the nice jacket on. We're keeping up the trend. The Russell jacket.
I'm running out of steam though, low key. So,
yeah.
You know.
I got some new clothes coming in today. I'm really excited about.
Yep.
So for my fit, I got the Dickies Painter pants. Double knee, because all of them were also hyped up about the double knees at one point. I just haven't worn them in a while, and I like the cream color with the brown tones. I got some Target socks that I just bought. I thought they were pretty cool. I got the Childish Gambino Adidas Continental 80 from when the Continental 80 was kind of going crazy. Still really like them, though. I beat them to shit.
I see that, yeah.
And then probably the sacrilegious part, probably not really sacrilegious, but I got the Yeezy Gap hoodie on, and then I got the ACG Nike vest. Because, like, Kanye, I could hire the whole ACG team or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I also have another Yeezy hoodie finally got shipped out, and if it comes in a kid size, I will be pissed, and I will make sure to mention it next week, because apparently that's been a thing. He's been like sending out the Yeezy hoodies in the wrong size run.
Damn.
If you ordered like a large, there's a chance that like you may get a kid's large, because they were so out of stock that they were just like throwing anything out there.
If you get a kid's large, let me wear it next week, and then you complain about it, and then mention, this is actually it.
This is actually what I got, yeah, for sure.
Tight. Okay.
That's
cool.
Insane.
That's hilarious.
We'll make sure to do that.
All right,
yeah.
Cool. I'm actually hoping you get the wrong size now.
Praying on my downfall. He's going to be like Eddie Brock in the church, just sitting there like,
yeah.
Please let this dude fail. Please. Get this man out of my existence.
Bro,
get this man out of my reality.
It's a hoodie.
It's really just a hoodie.
Yeah.
I just had to take it a step further, because I'm just a step above. Sigma male. It's just like a whisper scream.
That's the Sigma male mating call.
Oh yeah, that's how we attract other Sigma males to battle. Because alpha males, they're like a pack, They stay in a pack. Us Sigma males, we don't. We're lone wolves. Have you seen the people like argue about like Sigma male versus alpha male? How they're like a completely different thing, and they like infight.
What a stupid thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. But like, Danny Gonzalez, I think, did a video on it.
Oh, fun.
There's like dudes on YouTube who make videos about being like alpha males and Sigma males and all sorts of shit like that. Mm-hmm. And they have like YouTube beef. You got like Alpha M, and he's like anti-Sigma male. Yeah. Then there's like one dude who just like claims he's a Sigma male, and he like his intro has this like Fiverr intro look, and it's got like a shitty like 3D animated like tiger or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, really funny. It's just such a weird thing.
Yeah. Both groups as a whole are pretty whack.
Yeah. Because it's just like, I don't know. They just expect themselves to be like owed like female attention. I know I said the F word again, but This is in their own
Yeah.
terms.
It's just competing for who can put down women more.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to see who can be like the most misogynistic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I just fall back. My
yeah, we
iPad's
don't-
just shattered.
That'd be horrendous, but I'd laugh so hard. We don't have a backrest thing, so I'm kind of like.
That's what I'm.
That's what I'm saying.
The whole bench falls back and like breaks.
It is kind of like a little more.
I don't think that it's like nailed into the ground. It may be. Yeah, it kind of feels like it is.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
So,
For sure. So, Super Balls.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was a little rinky-dinky hand egg game.
yeah, there was.
Yeah.
You know, they tossed the ball.
Yeah.
They run
I
with
was
it.
so disappointed that I didn't see a single owl because it's the superb owl.
All right, guys.
Ladies
so
and gentlemen, that is
next,
my time.
next week, it will just be me.
Yeah.
It'll be basically like every
Sorry.
TikTok live I've done, and it's awful, but it's Devin's fault, really, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was funny. Superb owl. Owls are pretty cool.
I was trying so hard.
Give me
Oh
my credit.
God.
Give
oh
me
my
my credit.
God, that was awful. I just realized that I don't have my watch, so I can't keep track. You got to pull up your.
127.
Okay, I think we probably started around 120.
Sure.
So we'll shoot for. Should we do like a shorter episode since we've done so many long ones?
Want to aim for 10 or 2?
10. Yeah, we'll do an 8-hour fucking crazy finale.
Yeah.
We have it lined up for like 4 weeks.
God, yeah.
So I'd say we just definitely go for like 2, and then if we feel more,
Some change if needed.
yeah, for sure.
All right.
So the superb owl, as you put it, so awfully. Speaking of which, it was. Oh wait, that wasn't an owl. It was a bird, but it looked like an owl.
It wasn't an owl.
Shut up. That wasn't an owl. It was just
Owls
a bird.
aren't birds.
That was just a bird. I'm gonna have some motherfucker on
Is that a
TikTok.
chihuahua? No, it's a dog. No.
There's gonna be some TikTok motherfucker in the comments for that one.
I like how you
Owls actually-
immediately knew that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a clip for sure. That's definitely not. Owls aren't birds. Yeah, they're this different thing, and yeah, they're just birds. They just got no neck, no beak, nothing.
necklace
They're just
birds.
goofy birds. Birds with double chins.
Underdeveloped birds. They didn't finish like loading in.
That motherfucker gonna pull a Conjuring on you too and go. But
Anyway, so the Super Bowl.
yeah, the football.
Yeah. How about them footballs?
Love football. The sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love sports.
Did you actually watch?
Oh no, literally like the night of, I had just gotten off work, and then I took 2 exams when the game was starting,
Yeah.
and then I went to a friend's house because he was telling me that I needed to watch a movie called The Watchmen.
Oh, fun. I
Yeah.
like that.
And when I got there, it was right when it started.
When the
It's the halftime show.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So as soon as the halftime show started, I was there, and he was just watching it, and he was
Cool.
like, yeah, we're watching it.
Cool.
As soon as the halftime show ended, he just turned it off and was like, all right, Watchmen. He's a football guy, so I thought that was weird, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
We, so it was a pretty good movie, but I don't really know much about what happened during the Super Bowl. I only seen one commercial. It was the McDonald's one.
I have not cared for the commercials since I was like 10.
I just
No.
thought it was funny because it had Kanye in it.
I feel you.
Kanye-zy.
Well, I
Yay.
get- There it is.
Mr. West. He probably hates that name.
I would.
Mr. West.
But I guess since we both watched at least the halftime show, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
Because it was all right, in my opinion.
Yeah. A lot of people were saying that it was great, you know. I don't think that there was really any problems with it. I thought it was good to see just because they had so many, like, LA, like, not just rappers, but, like, legends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had, like, people like Snoop. You had Dre. You had Kendrick. You know, it was... For it to be in that city it just made sense. They brought out 50 Cent as a surprise, you know.
Anderson on the drums.
Anderson on the drums. A lot of stuff was going down in it. And I thought it was a good performance from everybody. I was just like a little frustrated, but maybe I'm virtue signaling, so I'll let you start with your...
Frustrated?
Yeah. Because it was kind of what I mentioned to you in the car. Talking about like what happened with Colin Kaepernick. We're only like a few years separated from that, and to be fair, it's like I can't criticize them for it too much because I'm sure that they got a big bag off of it, and it is a lot of just like promotion for them. But a lot of these same people were very vocal when Kaepernick was fired from the NFL and talking about how they were upset with their decision, you know, to try and like silence his protests. And then they were just performing for the halftime show, you know.
It was a weird spot to be in, but
the other thing that I thought was weird was that then you have, like I said, all these legends, and they have this big like choreography number, all this type of stuff. Then out of nowhere, Eminem pops out of the floor or something, and Eminem starts going, and then all the white fans in attendance just start going crazy because this is the part they were waiting for.
Yeah.
He's the finale because it's like the most recognizable for the NFL audience is what I'll say.
Sure.
And it bothered me just because, like, even in the choreography, everybody stops kind of doing the cool shit, and then they just come flock to where Eminem is, and they just start, like, cheering for him like they're his, like, little fucking groupies. And I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way, kind of. Like, I understand it in terms of, like, they were trying to reach a certain audience, but it's like, I don't know, if you're going to make this big deal about doing this big, like, pretty, like, progressive in terms of, like, the artists that they've selected, you know, it's not, oh, hey, we got Travis Scott, but then we also got Adam Levine to fucking balance it. It's like we did a basically all hip-hop show, and they want to make it that big deal, and then for you to just kind of have,
we
like,
can't have it
some Michigan rapper be, like, the final. It just kind of felt scummy, and it, like I said, leads back to how I felt about, like, the Kaepernick thing. It was weird because you have, like, someone like Kendrick Lamar performing All Right, which is, like, this anthem kind of talking about, like, black struggle and kind of stuff referring to the Kaepernick type situation.
Yeah. It was cool to see him and his dancers pop out of cardboard boxes.
Yeah, that too. That was cool. I don't want to hate on it too much because it's, like, frustration, but since I'm not part of that, that's why I kind of said the virtue signaling thing. It's like, since I'm not really a part of that community, I feel like a lot of my criticisms of it don't really matter if people in the community actually, like, don't mind it or think that it is better. You know, it's like one of those things where, like, I'm a guest in hip-hop. You know, a lot of people say that. So maybe it's like I'm voicing frustrations that aren't really there. It just rubbed me some type of weird way. But overall, I thought the performance was great. They put a lot of production into it.
Yeah.
Like we said, the choreography, the music was great. The selection, they had a bunch of callbacks, like Dre doing a bunch of, like, Tupac callbacks, especially to be in LA. I thought that was just, like, perfect.
I was expecting Tupac to pop up, you know, just like...
Yeah, you know, get a hologram.
I'm not dead.
Whoa. Yeah, guys, I just got back from Cuba.
Yeah. I was wondering this as I was watching, and then you brought it up in the car, but, like, the set, if you were actually in attendance at the Super Bowl, how does that look from the backside, you know? Because, like, only a handful of bits were took place in the back there. So you're just kind of staring at boxes, and then you have to refer to the actual screens to watch it all go down.
It really reminded me of being at, like, a wrestling show because, like I said, I grew up on, like, pro wrestling, and I've been to a few. And if you're on one that's like a live taping, you'll realize that a lot of the time, if you're the one on camera, you're not the one seeing the action because you're being seen.
Yeah.
And if you like want a certain perspective, it wasn't like when they did Travis Scott, and they just had one big stage in the middle of the field where then everybody around you can kind of see it. And that's what wrestling used to kind of do, is like you talk to the whole audience. But a lot of wrestlers nowadays know that there's a hard cam that's being directed on TV, and that's the camera that they only talk to, and that's the side of the arena that they only talk to because that's the one that matters on TV.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like you're in a wrestling ring and there's this whole arena of people. You need to address all of them,
Yeah, and because of that, I will be doing the rest of the podcast looking this way. No.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's literally like if we, you could still hear us. You're getting that part of the experience, but you're not getting the visual experience.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually now can't hear you.
I can hear you pretty faintly. You want me to speak up a little bit?
Yeah, if you don't mind just turning your audio up.
Yeah. So, damn it. But yeah.
Just death staring.
Yeah. So I actually watched the Super Bowl, and does the name Joe Burrow ring any bells?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay.
And I was thinking this for the longest time, and then I actually decided to look it up to see if it was just me. But no, it's a general thing that he kind of looks like a sobered up Macaulay Culkin. It's a Home Alone.
Gotcha. Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, not to shit on Macaulay Culkin. Like, he's doing pretty well for himself. He
But
and
he
Brenda Song just had a baby. Right?
What?
Or, I don't know if they just had a baby, but they had a baby together. So, congrats to him.
I didn't know
That's
this.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's also like cleaned up a lot recently.
Yes, he has a podcast and stuff, and he's doing well for himself.
Yeah. You just had to clean the bench off for us
Yeah,
real
I
quick.
got you. Shout out Carolyn.
Shout out Caroline. Got to keep her nice and.
Yeah. We miss
That
her.
was really just about to sound misogynist. Yeah, keep her nice and pretty. Clean her off real quick. So, Fresh and Fit is going to be our guest next week.
Your guess, because I'm actually voluntarily retiring.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But yeah.
If that was ever a sentence that came out of my mouth, I've lost.
It already has come out of your mouth, so.
Unironically.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you should hear.
Squirrel's
what he
back.
said. Yeah, change the subject for real.
Come be a guest. Would you like to be a guest on our podcast? This is such a bad idea. It doesn't care about us. It just jumps.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's so fucked up, though. I feel bad for, thinking we're going to feed it something. You ever realize that squirrels don't have a big tail? It's, a really scrawny, tiny tail, and they have, a bunch of little furs that hang off of it.
I've never put too much thought into it.
Yeah, no, it bothered me because I was wondering why their tails look so fluid when they move. It's because their tail is just, a little scrawny
It's
thing.
just really wispy and flowy.
Yeah.
And the actual thing itself is just...
It's literally like this, and then it's, poofy.
I don't know what you mean. That's fine. That's
Yeah,
a normal size.
That actually is a really big tail,
Yeah.
actually. Like this, that's a really...
If I stuffed that squirrel's tail in your mouth,
you'd be gagging, yeah, honestly.
I don't know what the
I
problem
would just
I
be
don't know what
gawking on that shit, yeah, for sure.
See, now the visual's going.
Yeah. I just thought I'd, give it to him. I'm just feeding the possible
boy, are you
fanfic.
giving it to him?
I'm just feeding into the benched fanfic. We should make a subreddit and let somebody do it.
We should not do that. You should stop talking.
Bench subreddit is coming soon. I hate it, but...
Yep. I don't know. I don't think I struggle with transitions. It's more like I struggle to transition with what you specifically say.
Yeah, and it's hard transitioning back because we were just talking about the Super Bowl.
I know.
So yeah, the Super Bowl.
Yeah. You ever think about stuffing a squirrel's entire tail into your mouth and just gagging on it?
Yeah, it was just, gawking. Just absolutely slobbering and choking on it, for sure. Yeah, no, I feel gross. Super Bowl. Yeah.
No, I think we're done with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, the Rams won, right?
Yes, they did.
Oh, I was actually kidding. I didn't know. Cool.
I was gonna let you have that one day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I had to take that one away from myself.
It's like,
Any
yes, they
winner.
did. Oh, I'm kidding. I was too.
Nice. So I don't know anything about sports. Is that like cool that the Rams won?
I'm not a big football guy myself, but
Gotcha.
I reckon a lot of our audience isn't much either, or the ones that actually listen to the full pod.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
It's my dad.
I don't know how this whole dynamic really works because the Los Angeles Rams were in St. Louis just a few years ago, the St. Louis Rams. So I wonder if there's any carryover from St. Louis fans, or if they're all kind of like disinterested in the whole switch of it all. Because I can imagine like having your team stripped away from you and then they would go all the way in the years since.
Yeah, I'd say like think about like LeBron leaving Cleveland. It's a little different, but I feel like it's kind of that same way where it's like, are you still a LeBron fan when he's not playing for your team?
Would that instance,
Are they still your team if they're not playing for your city?
Would that example in particular? No. Like LeBron, his first game back in Cleveland, at least when he joined Miami, beers had to be served in plastic cups. And they couldn't have glass.
They were
for potential of having it being thrown on the court.
Jeez.
A lot of security there. Every time he touched the ball, like
booze,
like his heel turn went crazy.
That's wild.
But it's funny because he actually leaned into the whole villain role of the NBA during that time, and it was
playing
fantastic as a Heat fan myself.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's good because that's how you draw money. You play into the hate.
Mm-hmm.
If they feel emotional about you in any way, then you've won.
Yeah, it was hilarious because you know how like athletes, when they're given interviews, they sort of give these like cookie cutter answers, you know what I mean? Pretty safe.
Very like nondescript.
Exactly. So LeBron was asked one year after he lost the finals about I forgot specifically what it was, but he was like addressing all the people who were hating on him, like, even after he lost and clowning him. He was like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow still living the best life I possibly can, and tomorrow they have to go back to their boring low lives or whatever or something.
Wow, and that was his city. To play back into that and be like, oh, that's
he
the city.
He wasn't referring to Cleveland in particular, but just
like everybody who's kind of hating.
Yeah, and
for sure,
Cleveland was probably a big part of that, being as that's the team he left. So yeah.
That's kind of what I would assume.
It was pretty cold at the time, and like people called it a bitch move.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's fun.
That's like me last week with our audience. Yeah, literally none of them went to high school.
Yeah, for sure. No, but it's sports drama is really just soap operas for like dudes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing about wrestling that people don't understand. Is that even though the sport is fake, everything about it hypothetically is very similar to what sports can actually be like, because a lot of the same tactics used to try and like draw crowds and entertaining, build hype. It's all marketing stuff that other sports leagues and teams and all sorts of shit like that, they all use the same thing. They're gonna play into the drama. They're gonna maybe hold back on some of the controversial stuff, but they're going to make it in a way so that, like, it's there. Mm-hmm. They want you to be curious, and even if it makes them look bad, they know that they're drawing seats. Mm-hmm. As long as it doesn't affect their business, they don't really care about you playing into bad things. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that, where, like you said, it's like a heel turn. Yeah. Now you know that if he ever goes to Cleveland, people are going to buy tickets just to boo.
Yeah. I think it was especially polarizing because most of the narratives that come from sports are driven by the media, but for a player himself to say something like that, like pretty...
very out there.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have Conor McGregor tights in the NBA?
Yeah. It's pretty damning just like having him say it and not like it's not a quote taken out of context. That's just what he said.
Yeah. I imagine it's like what's his name? The one dude that's on like all the NBA journalism, and he's like super. He's like,
Oh, Stephen A. Smith.
yeah. I like how I just literally you kind of just knew.
Who else is good like that?
He's just super out there, and like I feel like he's the type that he'd be like take stuff out of context or like play into the drama type shit.
I mean, that's he is ESPN.
Okay.
Like he is on like 8 hours worth of that programming
Jesus.
every day.
Every day.
Every day. But he makes good money doing it, and like he deserves it for carrying that entire network.
Yeah, that's tight.
Like otherwise it is abysmal.
Yeah.
But
There's only
yeah.
so much you can watch of like sport commentary.
yeah. And
Without
there's only so much sports talk we can actually do.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
When there's no
Boom,
sports.
That's how you
Yeah. Nice transition. Nice segue.
Yeah. But back to the real world. Ooh. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh.
So I got a little funny story from my job.
Oh.
Not really
your
funny, just
job.
kind of like weird, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
How do I?
I have one too from Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, it's not really that crazy, but
Okay. But I'm trying to figure out how to say this without spilling too much details about my place of work again, you know?
food service.
Food service. So this man and his family ordered. They got their food and all that.
Yeah. 2 McChickens, you know.
There it is. Yep.
But you were saying.
How do I? All right, no. So they got their food. The man comes back. He is complaining about the inside of his food being too cold.
Okay.
So we don't really like care to like fight him on it. We just make him a new one, call it a day. So we do that. A few minutes later, he's back. This was actually on Super Bowl Sunday as well. So weekends as a whole get pretty packed, which is understandable. So we were already like kind of falling behind a little bit.
Yeah.
But he comes back to complain again, and so we're actually like we're touching the insides. And we're just like, we don't really know what to tell you. We can like warm it some more for you. We can double warm it or whatever. Get it going. But this is usually just how it is, sir. We're sorry, but like,
Yeah.
And so he comes around the counter. He's like, no, touch the inside. Like, no, I don't want a fucking cold, whatever.
Like,
so
or you
he's
can't
like-
be back here.
Yeah. So he comes around, and then the girl at the cashier was like, sir, you can't be coming around back for our safety and sanitation. You can't be coming around here. He's like, whatever. And then he's touching the sandwich, and we're like, we're not even worried about the sandwich. And we're like, bro, you got to get out from behind here.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You can make your point without coming around the counter.
I know. Yeah. He was like, well, I want my money. I was like, yeah, okay, fine, sure.
Whatever, just
Dude,
leave.
get out. Yeah.
Like, actually.
Yeah.
That's
So,
so frustrating.
my God. Yeah. and
You got
it's
a
fucking-
main character complex as
Yeah.
fuck. Like,
How fucking entitled, right?
Yeah.
So his wife and his kid are just sitting there too, and they're not saying shit because this is probably a
normal.
regular fucking thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
and he wasn't wearing a mask. He was just kind of like, this is just how he is, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So a special fuck you to
To that guy.
and to every person who's ever disrespected a fucking food service worker.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I completely understand being frustrated if somebody in food service is being a dick, but basic empathy, I'm not trying to be, I'm an empath.
Mm-hmm.
Basic human empathy would probably tell you they probably have shitty management. They probably hate this job.
Mm-hmm.
There is probably a higher up issue that explains how they're acting. And even if that person particularly across the counter from you is a total dick and doesn't deserve their job, that's still a management issue because they hired that person.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, that is where you're like, okay, I'm going to just leave a complaint somewhere else and not affect these people right now because
Yeah.
I'm making myself look like an asshole.
And it was especially shitty when no one was doing anything bad except him.
Exactly.
The food itself wasn't even cold.
Hmm.
And like four people were like, yeah, all on the same page. Like, this is just how it is, and it's not even
Yeah, it's
cold
like
or
pretty
anything.
warm.
So then he's like digging his fucking stupid finger in there.
That's so gross too.
I'm
like
saying, yeah, because we're also wearing
just-
gloves and shit, and then he's just like he's fingering his food, just
fingering
like
his food.
You,
just-
you feel that?
I'm sure there's like a little bit of sauce in there. Like,
Yeah. I guarantee his wife has never felt that.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. His wife is probably jealous of that food.
I said, whoa, where did he learn that one?
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day? Save some for me, honey.
Yeah, she's like covering the kid's eyes, just like, damn.
Look away. Your dad hasn't done this before.
Yeah. The kid's just like, Mom, what are you doing? And I'm like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck anyone else who's ever done something similar.
That's kind of been my biggest point. Like, I kind of was trying to get there, but even then, the biggest point is just like, don't make a fool out of yourself because you're frustrated with something.
Mhm.
You can easily just walk away and hit them where it hurts in another way.
Mhm.
You don't have to make a scene because all they're going to do is look at you like, oh, yeah, you are the crazy guy.
Yeah, and it was hilarious when they were walking out because the cashier lady was like, still like, have a good day. And the,
Mhm.
the
That's what I do all the time, too.
yeah, the dad, as he was walking out, like waved him off, and then the mom was just like, you too.
Mm. Like you said, it's
Oh, that's
probably
just-
a regular occurrence.
That's just
Yeah, I mean,
John being John.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't know. But
So at
yeah.
my job, I work at a busier store, I'll say.
Mhm.
There's multiple roles that I can do, and it was Super Bowl Sunday, so a lot of people were out doing like last minute shopping for everything.
Yeah.
And typically my job is, I think I've kind of disclosed that I work at least in like apparel, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
Like I work with clothing.
If not, now you have. So be it. You know?
Yeah, I used to work at a Vans, so that's kind of how I continued with this new job. And my job was to put out new clothing that we had just gotten in that day. But since it was so busy, we had a crazy amount of call-outs for cashier
Okay. Yeah.
because they were sick, in quotations. I think in reality it's because they wanted to watch the game.
Cool. Makes sense.
So, and I can't prove that, so I'm not trying to get myself into some sticky, icky legal trouble. But I think that it was people calling out because they had some other reason, because of the day. But because of that, I had to work cashier that day instead.
Mm-hmm.
And I have never worked a full 7-hour, 8-hour shift on cashier before. And it was honestly an eye-opener. It made me realize that my job is really not that bad compared to all the other people that work at the same place.
That's similar to how I felt about transferring from Chick-fil-A to where I'm at now,
Mm-hmm.
being that there isn't really a back. Like, there's not separated. You just, if you have to deal with a customer, you have to deal with a customer. Like,
Yeah.
I never really had to deal with it at Chick-fil-A because I was in the kitchen.
Definitely.
Now everything's just sort of out and about.
Yeah.
So,
It was definitely just like, I had a bunch of people come up and I mean, just gave me the worst attitude. Like they wanted to get in and out. I got some conversation going on, threw me off. I was trying to focus.
no, you're good.
But I had one lady who was upset with me because for some reason on the cash line she put like one of those little divider thingies in between her own order and didn't tell me
Oh, what?
why.
What? Okay.
So I assumed that she had two things because there was two things and then a divider and then a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and ring out those two things and I'm like, okay, it'll be like $30. And she was like, wait, $30? What do you mean? And I was like, yeah, it's $30 for these two things right here. She was like, those aren't mine. That's not what I got. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking like maybe it was something from a customer that maybe got out of line and just left it. So I was like, okay, I'll put that down here and I'll get with your stuff. My fault.
Yeah.
So then I start ringing out her stuff, and she saw me put the stuff down, and I voided all the stuff that I did put on. And She looks at me all types of crazy and is like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what do you mean? She's like, that stuff right there is mine. And I was like, okay. And mind you, like, she's being snarky as fuck, like, kind of uptight. And I was like, oh, so that is also your stuff? And she was like, yeah, I don't know what you're doing. I was like, there was a divider in between these, and I was asking if this is your stuff. And if that was, she was like, I don't know how that got there. And I'm like, okay, again, I'm assuming that you mean that this is your stuff, so I'm going to pull it back up. So I pull it back up, and then she starts putting it in her cart, and I'm like, well, now that I've voided it out, I actually do need to scan those again, if you don't mind just giving those back to me. And she looks at me, she goes, ugh, grabs it, puts it back, and I'm like, thank you. Scan. Then she's like, these need to be in separate bags. This is too heavy. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Put it in separate bags. Then I ring up the rest of her shit, and she gets all quiet, because I think she realized she was being a dumbass.
Were people around just like, ugh.
Yeah, everybody else was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, I'm sure the public pressure got to her.
But here's the thing. Same thing with the podcast. This was the first time I realized that, like, I didn't get anxious afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I used to work at Vans and I had customers like this, I would get anxious as fuck because I'm sitting there like, oh, they're
You would have
pissed.
been a pushover.
Yeah, I'm like, they are pissed. It's not like I wouldn't hold my ground. Like, I tell them, like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is. But I would get, like, anxious and, like, nervous after the fact. Like, I'd be, like, shaky. I'd have, like, that pit in my stomach.
Yeah.
And this was the first time that I, like, sat back and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Good.
I honestly became very nonchalant.
Motherfucker, never mind. I take back my good.
But that's what y'all wanted, right? For me to not give a fuck. Congratulations. Because now, I really don't give a fuck. Yeah, that really became me. I am that guy. I am that guy.
Yeah. I'm so sorry for what I've done to you.
Yeah. So I literally just looked at...
I feel like it's my fault.
It is what it is.
Okay.
I think it's more helpful than not, you know?
Sure.
So I ring out all her stuff, and I do the same customer service thing. You know, I'm like, okay, there you go. Have a great day. And she's just kind of like, you too. It's like,
She didn't want to.
yeah, it's like you know that you're being an asshole, so you're just going to say it back.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is like, you just got to point out that people are being annoying. And even if they got shit going on in their life, you got to realize, like, I really don't care about what's going on in your life. And I'm sorry that you need somebody to care. But if you're going to get mad at me in the grocery line, you know, the checkout line.
Yeah. Do you know
Don't
how little I fucking make here? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not terrible, but it's still not enough to deal with some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I'm not your therapist. I'm not going to sit here and, like, fucking...
support yourself
I'm not going to
entirely.
do a complete deep dive into why I think you're such an asshole. You know, I'm not getting paid enough for that. I just got to check people out quick and get you the fuck out of my store.
Yeah.
So, it was just, like... It was frustrating, but... I had a few people like that, or, like, a few weird things. It was just really busy Super Bowl Sunday. My boss was trying to ask me to stay late. I was like, no, I cannot.
Yeah.
Because I had
watch The
exams.
Watchmen.
Yeah. I got to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
No, it was really because I had those exams. I was really stressed because
Gotcha, yeah.
I had waited till the night it was due to do them.
Classic.
That's the fun part about online school, is you can even procrastinate on your exams.
I'm saying, yeah. It's great.
I've actually taken a class and failed, or not done an exam before. It was my first semester of my first year.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, I just forgot that it was due, and I didn't do it. And then I forgot in the syllabus that it says no matter what you do, the grade book is average, so that if you miss an exam, you will not pass the
You're
class.
fucked. Yeah.
And I still tried to go through the class and try to bring up my grade enough to where it could possibly. No, it just didn't matter. She was like, no, I literally cannot pass you if you don't pass an exam. Or if
We've
you
been through
skip
this,
an exam.
You know?
Yeah, literally, if I would have just showed up and put my name on it, if I would have just logged in, started it, and answered one question, I would have passed the class.
What a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really blame anyone else but yourself.
It
on
really
that one.
was just my fault, yeah.
That sucks, but like,
It was frustrating, but I could only be mad at myself.
yeah.
But
I actually do have another little shit story from work. I did.
Ooh.
I have already told you about this one.
Okay.
Over FaceTime.
Little oh my god, I have to censor it. Damn it.
Bleep that shit.
Bleep. I can't believe I'm the one that did it. I can't believe Carlos was so close last week, and I was like,
Oh.
I had no reason to say it either.
To this whole podcast.
Somebody's a little new. We don't say names here, Colin. Oh man.
Damn you! All right, whatever.
I just totally doxed us.
Oh well. But oh yeah, the one. Well, now that it's out there, just bleep this shit too.
Yeah.
The one that exists in the world. They
Yeah,
totally doxed
the only
us.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Even if we did dox ourselves, it's not like you'd get hurt. You know, you're a black belt, you could defend yourself.
yeah, against a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they
I'd
teach you that,
simply
right?
Stop the bullet.
Yeah, you just tell them no.
Yeah.
I have a black belt, so you legally cannot do that.
I'd simply refuse.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so shitty story. Oh yeah.
Yep. Shitty story from Bleep.
Yeah. So this person ordered about 5-6 different things, and all of them happened to be the largest possible
Version of that thing.
version of that thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like right behind the register trying to listen in so I could get a head start before the ticket comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear him order like 5 of large.
Damn.
And I'm just, and you know what I audibly went, damn, and I did it. I did it.
No.
I did it a little too loud that he actually heard.
I forgot about that story. That's crazy. He said,
Yeah.
damn.
I said, damn.
And
So
what happened?
so he heard, and so he like already put the order in, and the cashier is like putting the stuff in, but he's looking at me. He's like, "Is there a problem?" And my hands are just on my hips, just like, nah, we're good, bro. Sorry you heard that. I'm not sorry I said it, but
I would have played that off like, oh, sorry, I just like poked myself. I had a knife.
I kind of stood my ground because like, what's he really gonna do? You know?
Yeah,
I'm still gonna make your shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're fine. So.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, I have Tourette's. Oh no.
Bro.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
God.
I just want to say sorry to all of our viewers that may or may not have.
Don't even specify anything past
Yeah,
viewers,
no, I'm
'cause
just
you
sorry.
should just apologize
I'm
to
just
them.
sorry. Yeah, you don't have to be part of any like group or anything to be
Yeah.
not included in the apology. I'm just sorry to everybody. I'm just gonna, you know.
Yeah. So, anyways, I make his shit, but he's like staring at me. Colin, I really wish you were back here. This would make it a lot more comfortable. He's standing up against a tree. He's humping a tree right now. Oh my God, he's taking his pants
let's not
off.
play
He's
with my
taking his
name
pants
like
off.
let's not play with my name like that. Okay, I'm coming back.
What did you do to that squirrel?
Chill.
Nah, but all right, we're back.
All right. Yeah. If you couldn't tell, we were back by me sitting down and talking to Devin. You
None
know.
of that's being cut.
Yeah. No, I'm literally not cutting like any of this.
Cool.
I'm so lazy after the past few weeks.
Yeah.
This thing's going out raw.
you
If we say slurs, it's going.
Oh my God.
If we say anything bigoted, hateful, it's
I
going
think
out
that's
there.
something only you have to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't have a hate bone in my body. Except fuck the Welsh. No, I'm kidding.
Wow, that's crazy. That is so hyper specific to the one person on our TikTok live, like
Yeah.
our only moderator from like, I was about to say
Wales.
from the UK. I don't know if that's no, I think they are from the UK, just not from the EU. I don't know how that geography works still. I'm so American.
Man. They're
Such a quirky little American.
Those aren't even real people anyway.
Yeah.
I refuse.
That's so funny.
I'm still trying to finish my
Yeah, so anyways, ordered a lot of food.
Yeah,
You said, damn, you
Yeah.
fat shamed. That's hateful. That actually is pretty hateful. That's fat shaming.
Nah, but the thing is, dude he was looking on his phone, so he was ordering for like a party of however many.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just busting your balls.
Okay. He bit his lips. I didn't even have to look up to know they did that.
Even if I didn't bite the lips, like it wouldn't be that bad of a saying. It was the fact that I bit the lips at.
Yeah, that didn't help. But so I'm staring back at him like, we're good, right? And he just kept staring at me, holding his card. And he broke eye contact first, so
He's
I
like-
felt. Yeah.
He
broke
probably
eye
was sitting
contact.
there like crying inside because you just said that.
Yeah, I was like, nah, nothing's wrong. I'm sorry that you heard that.
Oh.
And
Oh.
So,
He's
yeah.
probably just in disbelief. He was probably in awe.
Yeah. So I did
I
my
am
part
shocked.
I did my part to make his shit, and then I kept looking back, making sure he wasn't trying to like make any eyes, cause like
Yeah.
I'm still new to this job. I don't really care about it yet, so I'll throw hands if I need to. Like legit. Like I was not.
He's gonna go crazy on this one customer.
I don't know why I wasn't in the mood, but I just wasn't in the mood.
Said it's not that day. It's not that
Yeah.
time. I'm not that guy.
Yeah. That day had
Said I
two,
am
like,
that
Karen-
guy, but not the guy. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That day had like 2 Karen customers come in.
Ugh.
Yeah. So it was pretty shitty.
Basically, if you treat food service or customer service like any sort of lower than thou, you know, you literally
guarantee you've
are
never
such an
worked
ass.
Like that. Shout out to DoorDash for I don't know if you know this. It's pretty old news by now, but shout out to DoorDash for making all of their employees be required to do at least 1 delivery a month, and that includes even the CEO.
Mhm.
Like everyone higher up in there is required to.
I do like that too.
engineers and stuff.
Because people in the higher ups were trying to fight against that because they're like, it's so dumb. I work a desk job. Why should I have to do this? But that's the whole point. It's like, how are you going to work for a company?
To
Even if-
appreciate what your actual.
Yeah, like it's a very, like, you can do this very hands-on thing. Even if you're an accountant and that has nothing to do with your job specifications, you got to understand, like, why does the money move this way? Why do I do what I do? You know, I think that it kind of creates this conversation about, like, understanding that everybody's job in a company is still just as important as each other, and everybody wants to believe that because you have a higher up job,
all
you
cogs.
have a higher up sense of state with yourself, you know? Like people who think like, oh, because I work the corporate job at McDonald's, I'm better than the guy working the fast food line. But if it weren't for the guy working the fast food line, you wouldn't have that job in corporate, would you?
Yeah.
Either way, you're just a cog in the machine. So,
Yeah. I'm very happy that they're doing something like that. Should give them maybe learn some little empathy, and that's the same thing I wish I could fucking do with any person who's ever been passive aggressive
yeah.
and just shitty attitude to like food service.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I never really had bad experiences with like younger people.
it's always the
older,
old
cranky.
motherfuckers who live.
They
Like,
expect you to have like top tier customer service, and
the same people preaching for everybody to just get a job,
yeah,
and then shit.
Why does
shit
everybody
on the people
have-
who are working a job?
yeah. And why does everybody have to be a snowflake? But then like you don't get told, "Hi, have a blessed day,"
Yeah.
and you're like, ugh. Why would they not say that? Why wouldn't they treat me like this? I'm bringing them money. I don't think people also understand that like most of these like big chains and conglomerates don't give a fuck about one individual person.
Yeah, whether you walked in or not, I'm still getting paid by the hour.
Yeah.
So,
Unless they make the McDonald's line commission based, you're not going to get that kind of service.
Yeah.
Because why work harder than you need to?
yeah, I don't get why they think it's built like that. You
Yeah,
know?
where it's like
Yeah.
I personally get more because of serving
Yeah.
as many people as I do. I know that they get bonuses, like certain places do that. I know Taco Bell, when I worked there for like 2 months, they were like every year you get a bonus based on like drive-through time.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not based off of individual customers. It's just based on how many people you can get through the line.
Did you just say individual
Customers. Customers.
Cum-
Sorry, I just
It's
got a
not
lot on
based
my
the
mind right
individual
now.
cum dumpsters.
Yeah, from now on, all the benched audience is now referred to as the cum
Cum
dumpsters.
dumpsters.
If
One
you
of my
buy
little
one of
cum
our
dumps.
not the cum dump. Oh my god.
I'm kidding. That's just my band name.
Oh, that's so much worse.
I think that's the first time I made that joke on the pod. I usually just do it off camera. Just like, to
it's
fuck with
literally
you.
off camera all the time. It's all the time. I say random things. You say the same thing.
But it gets
Neither
you all
are
the same.
funny.
It gets you all the same. I think it's hilarious.
It's kind of funny. Okay, I'll give you that. It's just, it gets less funny the more I hear it, and I think I hear it more than anybody else.
Oh, I'm crying. It's so good.
Jesus. Anyways, what else do we have to talk about? Kanye's having a hissy fit on Instagram. He's officially turned into an IG thought.
That's our coverage of it. That's it. Yeah.
That's it. I just summarized it in one sentence for
Kanye's
you.
a fucking IG thought.
Yeah, honestly, Kanye's such a thought.
Yeah.
He's a thotty for the IG, you know. No, he literally needs to just make his account a Finsta. I made this a TikTok already, but like literally just private your account and post this. I'm sure you will have 700 middle schoolers that will love it. Cause it's fine. We'll keep going.
Okay.
we'll get this last thought out.
Speaking of thought, yeah.
Yeah, thought. It's frustrating just to see because at a point I almost agreed with him. You know, there were like things that he was saying about not being able to see his kids and being frustrated with how he was being portrayed, and he doesn't want that to happen. He wants to kind of have control over how he's portrayed, because I think a lot of this is how somebody may act in a divorce at that size, especially just in somebody's normal life, somebody who isn't a celebrity.
Yeah.
And that doesn't excuse the action. He's still being a dick. I just think that people care so much because he's Kanye West, and it was with Kim Kardashian, and now she's with an SNL comedian. And it's like all these big profile names, and that's why people care so much, and that's why he's in such like a big spotlight. But in reality, if you just heard about like Joe Blow off the side of the street have the same situation, we wouldn't really care.
I would say that everything I've learned about this whole situation has been against my will.
Yeah.
Like, I never learned any of this willingly. I wouldn't.
It's really just been shoved down our throats through like different media sources and like kind of paparazzi types. World Star, you know, got Daily Mail. It's like all over anytime I open Snapchat, that's what happens. TikTok, people are making jokes about it.
Snapchat recommended thing is fucking poison.
It used to be like all I watched.
Really?
Yeah, I would run through some of those things.
Damn.
Especially in high school.
I never gave it a chance.
It's just like they would have. The one thing I have started watching is I watch the Weekend Update on there.
Oh,
because I don't want to watch SNL.
Yeah.
It's like, it's hard to get through, to be honest.
Yeah, this is the SNL trash hour.
YouTube's Weekend Update, they split it into different segments for the same Weekend Update, and sometimes they leave out some of the jokes, which is frustrating because I'm like, I wish they would just leave me the 10-minute segment of the Weekend Update.
So Snapchat does that?
Snapchat does that,
That's
and they
cool.
reorganize it so that it fits Snapchat's. It's like the most perfect way they could have done it for social media, and it's through Snapchat. It's
cool.
Honestly, other than talking to you, it's the only reason I use Snapchat.
Sick.
Every like Sunday morning, I'll just scroll through it on the toilet.
That's funny.
But no, I used to read through all the like tabloidy shit, and it was just so, like you said, it's toxin. It's just, ugh.
Have you ever scrolled one more over to the whole like TikTok wannabe shit that they have?
Mm-mm.
I've done it accidentally like a handful of times, and it gets so unbelievably horny.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's either dudes thirst trapping.
It's like Bryce Hall type.
Girls like shaking their butt, and
Shaking their butt.
Shaking their butt.
he said it like a dad trying to explain TikTok. All these girls just shaking their butts, shaking their tiny little ass.
Just
get really
their actions this side.
No, it just gets really indescript and nasty.
Not only are they shaking their butts, they're also just really small butts.
At least if you're gonna shake it right. If somebody's dad said that, I think I'd be disgusted.
I am disgusted at the hypothetical.
I'm disgusted that I even mentioned it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kanye's an IG thought.
Yeah. So anyway, back to
this was a Snapchat conversation that we're turning back. You know, it's frustrating because at first I did agree with him, but I just think that although I think what Billie Eilish said was unnecessary, it also like wasn't the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And you're defending
Billie.
Travis
I
because
don't know what you did, but like
you're defending Travis Scott over some shit with your family, even though what Travis did, even though it may not have been the intent, he was still responsible because his name was all over everything. And we've kind of made our stance on that clear.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just Kanye posting everything he feels on Instagram. This guy is a billionaire. He's on the same level as Elon Musk, probably Donald Trump, probably all these other big famous billionaires.
And he has a spam page with
10 million. A spam page where he's ranting about how much he hates his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he's dropping collaborations with Balenciaga for like Pop Smoke and the Free Hoover concert.
You ever wonder what his kids are thinking?
No, that was the thing about the Super Bowl that I thought was interesting too. When Kanye and Antonio Brown were getting booed out the building, you just see the kids sitting there, and they're probably like horrified because as soon as the screen turns on to Kanye and Antonio, and everybody just starts booing,
Yeah.
you're probably sitting there like, oh my God, this is humiliating.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all fun and games. You get to see the McDonald's commercial with my dad in it, but now everybody also is booing the shit out of my dad.
It's like those YouTube families where they're like exploiting their kids. It's like that to the nth degree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And Kanye's trying not to...
The amount of therapy.
Yeah, Kanye's trying to pretend like, oh, Kim is putting my kids out on the internet and putting them out in the world, and I don't want them to be. But then he's taking them out to the Super Bowl where he's humiliating
After you've
them.
already said all this shit, like, you're not really doing much better.
It's honestly terrible. And this is what I've heard people say, and what I, second ever since the beginning. Is just like, you got to feel bad for the kids in this situation, because divorce is already such a hard thing, but to have it happen in such a rough way with such high-profile people, you got to imagine it's got to be rough on them. Because they got like 6 of them, right? Like something crazy. They got hella kids.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
So, nice to bring it back full circle with the Super Bowl. So I think that this is actually a good spot to wrap it up, stack it up, go ahead and back it up. That's like every trash ass freestyle you hear on it.
You ready to rock and roll?
You ready? Oh my God, you're a dad. All right, bye everybody. I'll see y'all later. Devin is
What
no
is this,
more.
some
I'm
kind of
blocking him out of
multiverse
view. I
madness?
just don't want y'all to see that ever
Colin's a
again. I'm
bitch.
so sorry.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
But anyways,
I hate you.
goodbye.
Colin's probably still talking, so I'm interrupting. Bitch.